In the heart of Hollywood's glittering world, a storm of controversy has erupted over free speech, pitting late-night comedy against political pressures, and it's got everyone talking. Imagine a beloved TV host suspended for a joke, only to return amid cheers and jeers. But here's where it gets really intriguing. What happens when personal friendships collide with national debates on expression? Let's dive into the story of Jimmy Kimmel's comeback, as seen through the eyes of his supportive pals, Ripa and Mark Consuelos. Ripa and her husband Mark Consuelos, the dynamic duo behind the popular syndicated daytime show Live with Kelly and Mark, recently shared their thoughts on their colleague Jimmy Kimmel's return to ABC's airwaves. This came just days after Disney, the parent company of ABC, had pulled the plug on Kimmel's eponymous late-night program on September 17. For those new to the scene, syndicated shows like theirs are produced in one place, but aired across various networks, often by companies like Disney Entertainment, which handles their distribution, and WABC in New York, where it's taped. Though Ripa and Consuelos typically steer clear of politics and hot-button issues on their light-hearted show, keeping things fun and frothy for viewers seeking a break from the day's drama, they made an exception to discuss their friend and fellow Disney colleague's triumphant return. Viewers of Live are well acquainted with Kimmel. He's popped up as a guest multiple times and even stepped in as a guest host, showcasing the warm rapport between them. He truly cares about his family, his crew, and everyone around him, Consuelos emphasized, with Ripa chiming in that Kimmel really cares about people in general. It's this genuine compassion that shines through, making him more than just a comedian. He's a team player who looks out for his staff. Consuelos went on to praise Kimmel's recent statements, noting how spot-on and humble they were, showing an understanding of different perspectives. And while the couple avoids diving into political topics on their program, respecting their audience's desire for an escape from the chaos, they stress the vital importance of free speech. One thing we can all agree on as Americans is how crucial the First Amendment is, Consuelos said. For beginners wondering what that means, the First Amendment to the U.S. Constitution protects freedom of speech, press, religion, assembly, and petition. Basically, the right to express yourself without government interference. It's the bedrock of open dialogue in a democracy. He added a relatable twist. We keep our show upbeat and non-political because that's what our fans want, and honestly, we do too, but it's key that we're all free to speak. You never know when you might say something unexpected and face consequences. Sitting in the Disney headquarters, their home base, they saw Kimmel's reinstatement as the right move for the company and for upholding principles. Ripa echoed this sentiment, acknowledging their show's easygoing vibe, comparing it to melted ice cream for its smooth, non-controversial nature. Yet she pointed out a troubling reality. In today's polarized climate, everyone second-guesses their words because no matter what you say, someone might get upset. We all need to pause and reflect, she urged. I have the right to voice my opinions, and you have the right to disagree, even harshly, like on social media. That's the beauty of a free society. It's a powerful reminder that freedom comes with the risk of backlash, but it's worth protecting. And this is the part most people miss. The broader context behind Kimmel's suspension, which sparked a firestorm of debate. Kimmel made his comeback on ABC on Tuesday night, less than a week after his show was yanked following comments he made on September 15th about the alleged killer of conservative activist Charlie Kirk. The remarks drew ire from station owners like Nexstar and Sinclair, who threatened to skip airing the episode, and even FCC head Brendan Carr hinted at potential repercussions for ABC affiliates' licenses in a podcast chat. President Trump fanned the flames by claiming Kimmel was fired due to a lack of talent, though that claim was widely disputed. This led to massive backlash, especially from Hollywood elites. Hundreds of actors, filmmakers, writers, and musicians signed an open letter from the ACLU condemning the suspension as an attack on free speech. Disney eventually announced on Monday that Kimmel would return on Tuesday, but here's where it gets controversial. Despite that, Nexstar and Sinclair still chose to preempt the show on over 60 ABC affiliates, reaching about a quarter of U.S. households. Is this corporate censorship or a legitimate business decision? Some argue it's a slippery slope towards silencing voices, while others see it as stations protecting their audiences from content they deem offensive. What do you think? Should networks have the power to override programming like this? Kimmel, in his return episode, addressed the First Amendment directly, admitting he took it for granted until similar pressures led to his friend Stephen Colbert's show being pulled and affiliates coerced into dropping his program. That's not legal, not American, it's un-American, he declared, highlighting the threats to local stations that broadcast his show. Adding a light-hearted note, Kimmel thanked Ripa and Consuelos on Wednesday night's episode for sending an ice cream truck to his staff as a gesture of support. He called it, honestly, very thoughtful and very sweet from his good friends. But with a comedic twist, he joked, "Next time, Kelly, give us a heads up." When the truck arrived, Guillermo saw ice and dove under a recycling bin. "We're a bit on edge out here, but thanks." It's a funny anecdote that underscores the tension everyone was feeling. This story has been updated with Kimmel's remarks from Wednesday night's show about Ripa and Consuelos backing. So, what's your take? Do you believe free speech should have limits in entertainment? Or is it absolute? Is Kimmel's suspension a wake-up call for media freedom, or just another Hollywood drama? Share your thoughts in the comments. Do you agree with Ripa and Consuelos, or see a counterpoint here? Let's discuss.